You're listening to Cinematic Adventures, proud member of the Misfit Faction Media Network.
Good morning, Vietnam!
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
I feel the need for speed.
Road, where we're going, we don't need roads.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Badges? We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
You make me want to be a better man.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
He's looking at you, kid.
Not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cinematic Adventures. Don't forget, if you guys are listening to us on the go, you can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, basically anywhere you guys get your podcasts. You can also find more of our content on our website, themisfitfaction.com. There you'll find links to not only this episode, but also some of our other shows, like the Multiverse Fancast and MF Uncensored, as well as our Misfit Faction store if you guys are looking for that Misfit swag. Whew. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Paul. With me in the studio, who's currently giggling at my incredible intro, is Sean. Sean, how are you today?
I'm just thinking what the hell Misfit swag is, but okay.
It's stuff with our logos on it.
We have a logo?
We have several logos. We have one for each show. We have one for the network. And then we have one where I put them all together.
Sounds so confusing.
That's fine. I'm going to probably wear one because I'm going to Comic-Con.
You're going to Comic-Con?
We're doing that Sunday, yeah.
Oh, look at you.
That was my birthday present to me.
I was waiting for, my wife got me this. No, it's my birthday present to myself.
Birthday present to me.
All right, real quick. Are you getting Tom Welling to sign anything
I want to get Tom Welling and Tyler Hoechlin.
Okay. Tyler Hoechlin, that's right, Tyler Hoechlin's there.
Both, so two Supermen,
right.
Manses.
Now, are you going to bring your DVD of Smallville and have him sign it? Or are you just going to get him a picture?
I might just do the picture because I already have my Matt Ryan one.
Ooh, okay.
And I would love to, put them all together in maybe a shadow box or something. I think that'd be really cool.
All right.
I have no problem spending a couple extra bucks more for.
The Tom Welling is not bad. I mean, it's like $60.
That's not bad at all.
If you want to be masochistic, you go see Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd and drop $500.
Oh my god, I can't believe $250 a piece.
$250 a piece. I'm not saying it's not if I was more, financially stable, it definitely would want to do it, but I can't. There's no way.
I'm of it's terrible taste, and I'm going to hell for it. But I can only think of the Family Guy joke about his. I know. I'm sorry. That's all I can think of.
Why you gotta do that? Are you gonna go see Sebastian Stan?
It's sold out.
Really?
Yeah, he's sold out. Completely sold out. Which is a shame because I like Sebastian Stan. I really do. But I'd rather
it is Sunday, so it's gonna be you're gonna see a lot of those
the B-list
not celebrities, but also merch is gonna be probably lesser and stuff.
Which is fine because we've gone to when we went to Terrific Con, we got great deals on stuff on that.
Well, that's
Sunday.
true. A lot of vendors are trying to get rid of stuff by then, so you might be able to haggle a little better and stuff like that.
Yeah, and plus
that's awesome.
I'm
just you, or are you taking producer Melanie with you?
I mean, if I have to. Yes, of course. Producer Melanie and I are going. We were supposed to be away that weekend, actually.
I was about to say, that's why.
We were supposed to go. First, we were going to Lake George.
Yeah.
Then all of our friends, you included, could not go to Lake George. And then...
Sorry, I'm going to be in Disney World.
Yeah, sucks. But then we were going to go to Florida.
I'm really upset about it.
I know you are. Then we were going to go to Florida for my uncle's 60th birthday.
If you were in the same state as me for the same week, I would have been like,
I know. I would have been so mad. But I have to work that Friday. And she has to work that Saturday. Yeah. So why go to Florida for 47 minutes?
It's not worth it, trust me.
It's not worth it.
For 47 minutes?
My family totally understands. Work is always the first thing.
They should understand that.
But so today we thought we'd have a little bit of fun. I know we haven't recorded in 3 weeks. In 2 weeks. It's been a minute.
Really?
I don't know.
I feel like we just did this last week.
We didn't do an episode last week. There was no episode this week.
Really? Wow.
I think. I don't know.
Why am I blanking? I feel like I was just here and we just recorded an episode.
I don't know. But maybe we did. I don't even know. I'm going to check the archives. So, because now I'm questioning my entire existence.
All right, guys. You can tell where we're minds are
this
at.
episode's going off the rails really quick.
Yes.
So, I wanted to do something fun because in lieu of Comic-Con, and we were just talking about Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox are going to be there, and obviously the two of them together, right? Back to the Future.
Yes.
Iconic. Legendary status of character. It's still successful as a franchise. It is still viable as a franchise. It's a franchise that if they ever rebooted, people would actually throw a full-on revolution.
Broadway musical coming next year.
Broadway musical. They had animated shows. Rick and Morty, a very successful animated show, is a parody of it.
Yep.
So I thought we should take a look at some of the most iconic movie characters
Okay.
So I found a list. It's Empire Online's 100 most iconic movie characters. And we're going to go through it. Not all of them we're going to spend too much time on.
Now, characters played by one person or by multiple people?
I don't know. I have not looked through this list.
Okay.
So this is going to be a surprise for me because I'm already not...
It's a surprise to me.
I'm already not happy with number 100. So we're already going to
I'm already pissed off, guys.
I'm already pissed off, man. So number 100... Maybe we'll take our break at like number 50 or something like that.
Oh, here we go.
Number 100, Edna Mode. From The Incredibles and Incredibles 2, yes.
Really?
They say her defining moment is her no capes. While I did enjoy her as a character.
It's not one of the 100 greatest characters in movie history.
I know, so already we're off to quite...
God, who did this list?
Empire Online.
Oh, they suck.
Yep, but this is always going to be fun. I do like Edna Mode.
I like Edna Mode too, but you're talking about 100 years of cinema history. I'm sorry. A little short lady in an animated movie is not one of the 100 greatest characters of all time. I'm sorry, it's not.
No capes.
No capes.
No capes.
No capes.
All right, number 99. Oh.
No. I was going to say something, but I totally blanked, so I'll go for it.
Randall McMurphy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson, created by Ken...
Oscar-winning performance.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, I would even say Nurse Ratchet's kind of... more
it's
iconic.
Actually weird that you bring up Nurse Ratchet. Louise Fletcher actually just passed away today at the age of 88.
Oh, wow. That's sad.
So both of them Oscar, and that's one of the only 3 movies to ever win the top 5 Academy Award winning categories. So actually, I'm kind of shocked it says high. It says
low.
Yeah, I always get confused when I say that high in terms of a high number, but it's a low on the list.
Yeah, top 100, top 10s, top 100s. They're all weird like that.
Yeah, because even though he won the Oscar for it, it might not be his most memorable character.
Yeah,
we'll say
this list does include some superheroes, some comics, some others, and this is one of the others. Optimus Prime, number 98. They're doing from the Transformers series itself. I would argue for, like,
the movie series,
the live action movie series. Obviously, Peter Cullen, fantastic as Optimus Prime. I don't like what they did with him.
Well, I'm of the mindset the first Transformers movie was fantastic, was just a lot of fun, and then the series just went downhill.
They didn't know what to do.
No, and then that's always the problem.
Hoisted by their own petard.
Yeah. But the character of Optimus Prime is definitely, I mean, if you ask any kid who grew up in the 80s, a mutual friend of ours, would say he's one of the greatest ever.
What's going to happen when he finds out I'm going to Comic-Con? Isn't he going?
He's going. He's going all 4 days.
Yeah,
you might see him there.
That's awesome.
He might ask you for a ride if you tell him you're going.
Negative Ghost Rider. I said that lovingly.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, Melanie wants us to dress up.
Ooh.
She told me to go as Constantine. I was like, all right, that's not a bad one.
That's not bad.
Just the only problem, and I know terrible segue, tangent. Mm-hmm. The problem with going to Comic-Con dressed up is you have to take the train and then you have to take the subway.
Well, you could drive to the city.
Are you out of your flipping mind?
I'm just saying you could.
You shut your mouth. How dare you? I've driven to the city 2 times and I will never do it.
All right.
I hate it.
My girlfriend can drive in the city and she's like driving, amazing in the city.
Good for her.
I don't know how she does it.
Oh, I can do it. I just hate doing it.
Oh, no, I agree. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just find a parking garage near Javits Center and
it's getting to the parking garage, though.
Well, I mean, it's a Sunday.
Number 97, Norman Bates. I would figure he'd be a lot.
I thought he would be higher.
Yeah.
Like, near the top, but I agree. One of the greatest movie. Again, I'm sorry. This is performance. This is character, not performance.
This is character.
All right. So again, based off a book. So,
did you ever watch Bates Motel?
I watched the first few episodes, and I didn't stick with it, and I regret that because I hear the show's fantastic.
It is. The thing about it though for Bates Motel was they went. It's more of a what if. It's an alternate take on it.
Yeah, it's not.
They do some of their iconic movie moments, but for the most part, it is very.
Isn't it Rihanna who?
Rihanna plays Marion Crane.
Marion Crane, which I was. Okay, fine, whatever. And that was like season 3?
That was like the last season.
Oh, that was the last season?
Yeah, it was pretty far out there.
I mean, no, I just, for some reason, just couldn't stick with it.
Yeah, mild spoiler, they end up not killing her. They do
Marion Crane.
Yeah, instead they killed the boyfriend that's chasing after her. Same scene in the shower, like all that stuff. Yeah, it was an interesting take. And for us, like Sean and I are more on the purist side, especially with remakes and reboots and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't mind a good retelling, especially when it goes from like the movie to TV medium. You got to.
Oh yeah, I mean listen, I am not a fan of when you change something I like, but I understand when you have to.
Especially for television.
For television. I mean, if you want the show to last more than 1 year, you got to stretch it out. You got to come up with different ideas.
Look at Hannibal. Hannibal. Did you ever watch Hannibal?
Did not.
I didn't either.
I'm
sure he's on
that.
this list,
I had
though.
no interest in that one.
I heard it was fantastic.
I did too, but I just.
Oh, number 96. I hate this. The Minions. I hate.
Again, I'm sorry. What are you like? Who made this list? Like
Whoever's
the
got
Minions?
merchandising.
Really?
I can understand
No.
but I will argue, just on behalf of this list, they are more iconic than Gru.
Even if you told me Gru was on this list, I would have a problem with that.
I don't know how many movies. I mean,
3, and only the first one, in my opinion, was memorable.
I like this one. You ready? Number 95, Maximus.
You know what just hit me? They think the Minions are a greater character than Norman effing Bates.
Yeah.
I have no... I'm done with this list. I'm sorry. I'll keep going. I'll give my opinion, but this list is hot garbage.
95, Maximus.
Gladiator, great movie.
Thank God I mean, I know that they still talk about doing a sequel, and I'm so glad they opted out of it.
He's too old.
He was really alive. He's also quite large.
Yeah, he's too old.
And that's not body shaming. That's just, it happens.
No, I mean, but Russell Crowe is one of those actors who, I mean, he said he has stated, I think years ago, that he was going to stop doing the whole weight change because he was doing it drastically. Like one movie he'd be like thin, the next movie he'd be on the heavier side, obviously depending on character. I mean, obviously in Thor, he was like jolly. I mean, the guy could play Santa Claus. He looked like kind of. So but
he's like a Christian Bale where he would go too far.
Yeah, he's a method actor. Yeah. He's good like that. That's a movie to me you just don't touch.
Number 94, Legolas from Lord of the Rings. I could see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, it's a book, so I mean, I'm kind of confused on where this list is. Is it going off the character in a movie?
It's going on just the movie.
Just the movie.
Not the other source material.
Okay. All right. Orlando Bloom did a very good job with that character.
Is it weird to see Orlando Bloom play characters in the modern time?
It's always think of the last movie I've seen him in a modern movie.
Like I think Pirates of the Caribbean
and that, and they're both period pieces. And when you think about it, or fantasy.
Here's one you're actually gonna like. Number 93, Wednesday Addams.
Okay.
Played by Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci, fantastic in both movies.
Her defining moments. So basically, they put who created it, who performed it. Defining moment and fascinating fact. Right. Defining moment at a costume party as herself. I'm a homicidal maniac. They look just like everyone else. I'm actually excited for the show.
I'm gonna give the show a shot. Yeah, I want to try it out. And I never got to see the new cartoons. I hear they're very good though.
Yeah.
But I loved the original, the 2 movies.
Oh, they're fantastic.
The 90s. Just they hit that. I don't know if we did an episode on them during our TV to movie. I know we mentioned it.
Yeah.
But that's one of those that just, to me, did a great job. And she was, 10 years old when that first one came out? And, I mean, she just hit that character perfectly.
Number 92, Inspector Clouseau.
Great. Which one?
They mention all of them, but it's Peter Sellers, Alan Arkin, and Steve Martin. Defining moment. I suspect everyone, and I suspect no one. Yeah.
Well, okay. Let me just say the first Peter Sellers Inspector Clouseau to me is Inspector Clouseau. I never saw the one with Alan Arkin, and I've only seen the first Steve Martin one. I mean, it's funny. I laugh, but
it's not good.
It's not good.
It's a guilty pleasure for us.
It's a guilty pleasure movie, and I'm sorry though. It was weird seeing him in that character.
The second one was a little bit better.
I never saw the second one.
Yeah, but they're both, again, we enjoy those movies just because we enjoy movies. Yeah. And seeing iterations of characters that we like, because I was never a big Pink Panther fan. I knew the cartoon.
Well, yeah, the cartoon was the thing.
I had the video game of the cartoon. Yeah, there was a Pink Panther video game. Yeah. For Sega.
Okay, that makes sense. Sega made anything.
Yeah. Number 91, Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, it's still...
That is one of... I think Mandy Patinkin is fantastic in that movie. Just pure... you like him from the minute you meet him. There's nothing sinister about him. He has some great lines, obviously. The big one, of course, is, you kill my father, prepare to die. That is probably the most... I think next to As You Wish is the most popular line out of that movie. Mm-hmm. But... he is just... I think he steals the movie.
Oh, absolutely. And the fight scene between him and...
it's great.
And Wesley. Oh, I am not left-handed. I'm not left-handed either.
I don't think we've talked about that movie.
We have not. We've been waiting for producer Melanie. She
Which
wanted
will
to do
never
that.
happen.
I know, right?
Sorry, Melody.
She's not listening. Number 90, Hal from 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's a good one.
That's also your dramatic fear right there.
Yeah. So
What are you doing, Dave?
Oh, it still creeps me out. Hal is one of the most terrifying things ever.
It'll happen eventually.
Oh, I know, right? But originally envisioned by Clark as a humanoid robot called Socrates. That was the original. All right.
Interesting.
Okay. Number 89, Groot. I am Groot.
Okay. No.
No?
I'm sorry. Like, I don't think he's a character. No.
I think he steals the first movie, and then they put too much emphasis on the
baby
in the
Groot?
wrong way. Yeah. I still have not watched I Am Groot.
Nah, me neither. No desire.
It's short. It's like a little thing, but I have no desire to sit down and actually watch it. Number 88. Now, this one I actually do agree with, even though I've never seen it. Gromit from Wallace and Gromit.
Gromit's
The dog. Yeah.
Okay. I can
So-
never remember.
That's a series that's been around.
Oh, that's been around since the 6th? No, it's not that old. Is it that old?
I have no idea.
I remember I got I think it was a DVD set of Wallace and Gromit cartoons back when I was like a little kid, and it was funny. I laughed my ass off at those.
Oh, yeah.
The claymation and all that stuff.
I have such a respect for claymation that
Claymation is so like Gumby,
Chicken
and
Run.
Chicken Run did it when it was starting to make a little bit. They made the Wallace and Gromit movie, The Curse of the Were Rabbit. But yeah, Gromit is
Mr. Bill.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no, Mr. Bill!
It's my boss, and he's gonna be mean to me.
I used to have that as my
It's a
ringtone.
I remember that. But I think Gromit was silent. He never spoke.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Wallace did all the speaking. Gromit was just the facial expressions that made it
Like
funny.
Snoopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a
I
very
guess
Snoopy type
perfect.
character.
Yeah, that's a great.
He's
that's
British Snoopy.
British Snoopy.
I'll take it.
All right, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, this list does have some hits.
It has some hits, but I just don't.
Now this
I
one
wanna
I
know.
figured I thought might even be a little bit like better on the Ethan Hunt, number 87.
I like that one because he wasn't an original character from the show.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big thing when the original movie came out. It was like he's not even playing any of the characters from the show.
Right.
And to see where that character has gone from the first movie to where we are now, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, no one ever thought that series would last 25 years.
And it's still quality.
Quality. Tom Cruise will never let the quality go down. Now, the question is, will he ever let the storylines get to a Fast and the Furious standpoint where they're just unbelievable?
I hope not.
Now, I have not cared for the last 2 Mission Impossible movies as much as like Ghost Protocol.
Still so good.
But they're still very good. They're still very well done.
And honestly, we watch those movies for the stunts.
Yes. The first one, not so much. The first one was like a psychological thriller in a way, and I love that. The second one is where the action stunts really went off the wall. To a good thing. I liked them. And then in the third one, it kind of went backwards a little. And then we got Ghost Protocol, which, especially that scene where he's climbing up the building in Dubai, it gets me every time, how they film that.
Oh,
because it looks so
cool.
real.
So cool.
So that I'm okay with him on that list. I'm okay with the placement too. Like I don't think he should be higher. I think that's fair.
86 Red from The Shawshank Redemption.
I've actually never seen the show.
Really? You've never seen The Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. People tell me a movie's so good, and it's just
You don't want to see it and then not feel that way.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it at some point.
At some point.
Because I know the story. I know what happens. It's just I actually have not sat down and watched it.
That's fair. Number 85, Walker from Point Blank, 1967.
Point Blank.
Yeah, played by Lee Marvin.
Never seen it.
Okay,
So I
we're just gonna.
I can't.
Here's
I'm
one.
trying to also. Obviously, we're going to go through the whole list, but I'm also, hoping to remember characters I'm thinking of that don't make the list.
Yeah, I know. Number 84, Corporal Hicks from Aliens.
All right.
Played by Michael Biehn, who I'm still really upset he never came back to the Terminator franchise.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
There's the deleted scene of him, though, from the second one, where he comes to Sarah in a dream she's having.
That's right.
Yeah.
In terms of the Corporal Hicks, I know he was a big character in Aliens, and in the third one, the one that was originally directed by David Fincher, he was supposed to be the main character in that, and it just studio interference and all that stuff. I think they ended up killing off his character or something.
Yeah, some other thing. Number 83, Bane, and they mentioned Batman and Robin and The Dark Knight Rises. I could see The Dark Knight Rises a little bit better.
I mean, the Batman and Robin Bane is a joke.
Yeah, he's not even really in it. But I could see, as long as he's not higher than the Joker, in all honesty, on this list.
I guess. I still don't agree with it.
I like Bane, though. I really
liked
do.
Bane. The more I watched that movie, the more I respect Tom Hardy's performance in that movie.
I
thought it was...
he's a strong suit in that movie.
Yes.
The movie just suffers from a poor script and a lack of focus on actual Batman.
Yeah, that's always been your argument since the movie came out, and I understand that argument, but I still liked it because I thought it was a solid ending to that trilogy.
I know, it's just...
we knew we weren't getting any more Christian Bale Batman.
Oh, no.
So it worked in terms of wrapping everything up, but, I mean... I remember when I think we saw like a test screening or something like that with Bane, and the voice was very like bad.
It was in the original trailer.
The trailer, and we were all like, "If that's the voice, this."
Nobody could understand what he was saying.
Yeah. And then when we saw the movie and he started talking, it was like, "Oh, okay."
They fixed it in post.
They fixed it in post.
Thank God.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good, and obviously it is a level of iconic. The voice alone, how many people?
We never heard the voice. We've never had Bane as a character that spoke, except for the grunts and groans on Batman and Robin. So we were like, what are we going to get here? We don't know. Mm-hmm. And he brought sort of like a, what's the word I'm looking for?
Almost like a charisma and charm to it.
Charisma and charm, yeah. Like his voice sounds like something British.
Yeah.
In a way, like a British gentleman that's just, got this weird voice. Not Darth Vader-ish, kind of like, in a way.
Number 82, Woody from Toy Story.
Okay. So Buzz is going to be higher, because if Woody's on this list...
Yeah, I figured Buzz would be the next one, but number 81...
They should have the two of them together, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would think so. I've never seen this movie. With Nail. I have no
That's
clue.
the name of the movie?
Yeah, With Nail and Eye is the name of the movie. Performed by Richard E. Grant.
No. I know who Richard E. Grant is, but I've never heard of the movie.
Number 80, V from Vendetta.
Okay.
I like that one. Again, another... It kind of exploded, since.
Yeah.
It's got a very big cult following, and obviously the mask is now iconic. Number 79, Roy Batty from Blade Runner.
Okay.
One of the better villains. Yeah, I'll give that one.
Rutger Hauer.
You're going to like this one. Number 78, Martin Blank from Grosse Point Blank.
Oh, such a good movie.
I know you love that movie.
Such a good movie. John Cusack is so underrated as an actor.
I agree. And
because he can be laugh out loud funny, but he can also be
scary serious.
And he's a mixture of both in this movie.
And that's why we love Hot Tub Time Machine, but hated Hot Tub Time Machine too. And I will argue that it is because John Cusack's not in it.
Because John Cusack evens out Craig Robinson, and
they went too far.
And the other guy, the bald guy, I'm blanking on his name.
Yeah, me too.
Which I like. I like them, but when it's them they're the leads. It just doesn't work. John Cusack balanced all of them out to a point.
Yep. Number 77, Samwise Gamgee. As much as I hate Lord of the Rings, I do respect Sam.
Sean Astin.
Great,
good performance.
76, Private William Hudson from Aliens. Again, another Aliens movie. All right. I like this one because I think that these movies did not get the recognition they deserve. Number 75, Lisbeth Salander from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I actually think that should be higher.
I do too. I just think that the movies aren't, especially in America, they didn't do well enough.
The original trilogy is, still a big thing, and the more I watch the Rooney Mara Daniel Craig movie, that
movie's fantastic,
so good, and I just don't understand why they couldn't do another one. We've gotten so much garbage sequels for movies that didn't do as well as that movie did, but it just didn't work.
Didn't they make a sequel to it?
They did, but it
recast.
wasn't a sequel. It was like a
requel.
It was a requel. It was based off of the newer book after the guy died.
Yeah, the Spiderweb.
And it was Claire Foy from The Crown, and she was okay, but the story was not that good. But Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon, she was excellent, and that movie is.
There are still scenes of that movie I have trouble watching.
There's a couple scenes that are still hard to watch, but it's just so good, that movie.
Number 74, Frank Drebin from the Naked Gun series.
All right, I like it.
I like it. Now this one, I don't think you're gonna agree with, but I
agreed with a couple.
Number 73, Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko has one of the biggest cult followings you'll ever see. I've seen it in its entirety maybe twice. Mm-hmm. I get the cult following because it feeds to a very specific niche of people, very similar to how American Psycho has such a huge cult following.
Yes.
So I could see why it'd be on this list, and it's a great movie.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I will never sit down and watch it again, probably.
No, unless you're showing it to someone for the first time. Yeah.
Number 72, Captain Kirk.
Okay.
Agreed. The Star Trek movies, and in combination with the movies, the TV, and the new
William
series.
Shatner.
And his defining moment is Khan.
God.
It's still that good. Yeah. Number 71, Star-Lord.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Number 70.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I don't think Star-Lord is one of the 100 greatest characters in movie history.
I agree. Number 70, this one's a good one. Tony Montana.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
We still need to sit down and talk about Scarface.
That's a movie, because obviously there was an original Scarface from the 30s, but he was like an Italian mobster, and then they took it and made it into the 80s cocaine cowboys, Cuban gangster. I mean, it was just such a different take on the character, but that movie is up there with like Goodfellas and Casino and all of those just crazy mob movies and stuff like that. But that movie has such a following, and Al Pacino is just so over the top in a good way.
And I would say iconic in it.
Yeah. I mean, say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
How many times has that gotten parodied?
Isn't that in our opening? Say hello to my... I don't know.
That's probably somewhere in there. Number 69, Marge Gunderson from the movie Fargo. Now, I've never seen Fargo, but I've heard.
She is so good. So Frances McDormand, fantastic actress. And that character is just one of those like quirky characters that just hits a chord for people. And it's just... You can't imagine anyone else playing it. Can't imagine anyone else.
Number 68, Neo from the Matrix series.
Okay.
I can get behind that one. It's so crazy that Will Smith and Nick Cage both passed on that role.
Yeah. I could have seen Will Smith in that role, no problem. Nick Cage, I could not have seen in that role. I don't know. 98, Nick Cage was still big. That was right after Con Air, so I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, he was a big name.
But the Will Smith would have been interesting. That one, I think, would have been interesting to see. I'm okay with Keanu Reeves. It rejuvenated his career. And, who knows? We would never have gotten John Wick if it wasn't for the Matrix movies. I don't know. But...
I can get behind that.
You know.
Number 67, Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean...
I honestly think the books are more iconic than the movies. I mean, because obviously, like, there are very few properties where the craze for the source material is as big as the movies, if not bigger. People were waiting for hours outside bookstores. Like it was just to get the last book. I remember going at midnight to Kmart back in town to get it. And it was one place that nobody thought to go, so I was there by myself. Barnes & Noble, though, the one that in Cortland, had lines out the door.
Oh, I can imagine. Or like a Borders or, all that.
So,
Smart move by you.
Smart move. I have my moments. Like I got the PlayStation 2 at Toys R Us because nobody thought to go there for video games at the time.
At the time. I was about to say, that changed very quickly.
Drastically. Number 66, Gollum/Smeagol.
Okay.
I can get behind that,
I still think that is one of the greatest. How he was not nominated for an Academy Award for that, I was kind of surprised. I mean, Andy Serkis is just...
The Academy's 10 years behind modern times.
So the Academy's don't even get me started on the Academy.
What
they nominate, what they don't nominate, it's so ridiculous. But that performance, I mean, could you imagine doing that performance now with the way CGI looks? I mean, it looked great then. And that was 2001. God, 22 years later, if they did that, I mean... He's doing it now still. I mean, he did it with, what did he do? The Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
those movies.
Those were unbelievable how they pulled those movies off.
That's a franchise we got to talk about, too.
We do.
Yeah.
The original franchise, and then the Burton, and then the new franchise.
Yeah. Number 65, Hans Landa from Inglourious Bastards. Christoph Waltz.
Oh,
he is chilling in that movie.
He is very chilling in that movie. That's the first movie I ever saw him in.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and now he's everywhere.
Thank God he got that was his stardom. That's what started him.
Won the Academy Award for that performance and won it again for what's the other movie with Jamie Foxx? Why am I blanking?
Django.
Thank you, Django. Wow, What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But back to Inglourious Bastards. That movie. I got to go back and watch it. I did not like it when I first saw it.
Right.
It was just
the alternate history takes.
Yeah,
and all that.
but I've come around on that a lot.
Killing Nazis.
Yeah, I've come way 180 on that. So I got to go back and watch it. But his performance was so good in that movie.
Number 64, George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life.
All right, I'm good.
Do you consider that a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Does it take place during Christmas?
Only at the end of the movie.
That's right.
It's one of those. It's like Die Hard. It's.
Christmas is the backdrop.
Christmas is the backdrop. It's just such a feel-good movie. White Christmas is another one where it's like it's a feel-good movie, but Christmas is in the title, so you automatically assume it's a Christmas movie. but it's just a feel-good movie that just it makes sense to watch it at the holidays.
Batman Returns is a Christmas movie.
I'm not fighting on that at all. I mean,
number 63, Wolverine. I can agree with that.
So, okay. Do you think Wolverine would be on that list if it was anyone else besides Hugh Jackman?
No.
All right. So
I think
you think Hugh Jackman gave that character more than anyone else could have?
1,000%.
All right. I agree.
The amount of dedication he gave to that character, and Logan is still one of the best superhero movies of all time, in my opinion.
No, you're not wrong.
But
because it's so just nothing we'd ever seen before.
Right.
And it gave the fans what they were hoping.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like what Deadpool did. You know, it's not sugarcoating anything. It was like, we're going full
send,
full R here with this character, where he's going to do things that you've not seen him do.
I mean, just the opening scene when he was cutting people's arms off. Finally, yeah. Number 62, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I like that.
I'm okay with that.
The fact that a puppet
Yeah.
can elicit such an emotional response in children is incredible. And I still get scared of the scene where he meets him in the beginning, and he's like,
So now apparently E.T. was originally supposed to be a haunted house movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I
But
can
then
see
he
it.
took that idea and made that Poltergeist, and then E.T. became its own story.
Also, fun fact about E.T., it is shot mostly in chronological order.
It was something to do with the kids. He
Make
felt
it easier.
make it easier for the kids to knowing that tomorrow is tomorrow, today, whatever. It wasn't like, hey, we're shooting 2 days ago
the
and today,
ending,
and all that stuff. We're not shooting the ending at the beginning of the movie. But
Number 61, Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins.
Again, I hate the Lord of the Rings.
So they have Sam, then they have Bilbo. So
No,
that means
Sam, they had Legolas.
They had Legolas, Sam, Gollum, Bilbo. So you mean Frodo? Gandalf's probably going to be on this list.
And here's another one for you. Number 60, Dr. King Schultz from Django Unchained.
There you go.
Yep, I agree.
I'm actually surprised
It's
that
not
the
the other way
Inglourious
around.
Bastards is not higher than the Django. Both very good, both excellent performances, but I thought the Inglourious Bastards performance was a little more memorable.
All right, you ready? Number 59, Ace Ventura.
Okay, I'm very happy that that's on the list.
I agree.
Because that to me is one of the best comedic characters I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Number 58, Sarah Connor.
Good one.
Good one. Very good one.
And Linda Hamilton is just unbelievable.
She's the
in
only
that character.
good thing of the last Terminator
That's
movie.
yeah, but I mean, just to see where she was in the first movie, she's just normal, living her everyday life. Then in the
Waitress.
second one, she's this, she's thought to be a psychopath, crazy. She becomes a soldier, and then obviously in the third one, she's like full on, like, let's take out these robots.
You're gonna hate this next one. 57, Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games series.
Never saw him, never going to, never bothered. But
I can understand. She was defining for a different generation of moviegoer.
That's fine.
And I'm fine with that. Like, we're not going to sit here, the curmudgeonly old guys.
I just don't know anything about the character, so I can't say I hate it because that's not fair. I've never seen it. But
you do recognize at least that there's...
I recognize that the character, the books were huge. The movies...
I actually read the books.
At least the first one was big. I don't remember if the sequels were as popular.
They did okay.
So I don't know. And then Jennifer Lawrence, I mean, even though she's really kind of not done much lately, I mean, she had a streak there where she was just everywhere.
Everywhere.
I mean,
she was like
she
the
won
queen,
the Academy Award.
the queen of fandoms.
Oh yeah, I mean, she did X-Men and then this, and so yeah.
Number 56, Jack Burton, played by Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China.
Underrated movie.
Very underrated
Very
movie.
underrated movie.
I know
that's one of those movies where you really kind of have to come from the 80s or just have a respect for that type of film to really enjoy it.
All right, you're going to like this one. Number 55, and they just announced something about this week. Axel Foley.
Yes. They're doing on Netflix a new Beverly Hills Cop movie. I'm excited. And
I'm psyched.
the two cops, Judge Reinhold and John Ashton, are coming back. Bronson and Bronson Pinchot is coming back. So I'm looking forward to it. They tried to do a TV series a couple years ago.
They recast everybody.
Well, Eddie Murphy was going to be in the first episode. It was going to be his son? No.
We all see how that usually goes.
Son or
Shaft.
nephew or something. I can't remember. But it never got picked up.
Well, it was like Limitless tried that too.
Yeah.
And they did a whole season. And Bradley Cooper was in it.
Yeah.
Like, a fair amount. He was very passionate about that movie, though.
Yeah.
Which I do enjoy that movie.
But
as well.
I liked the Coming to America sequel. It wasn't great, but I laughed. So I'm hoping for a little better for this one, but we'll see.
Number 54, I don't know this one at all. Amelie Poulain from the movie Amelie, 2001.
I've heard of it, but I never saw it.
Never
so
seen it
I can't
either.
really comment on it.
Here's a good one. Number 53, Vito Corleone.
Kind of shocked. That
I
it
would
be higher.
yeah. Especially considering who the next one is.
Well, I'm gonna talk about Vito Corleone because God knows what the next one's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like, I'm trying to think of some stupid animated movie.
No, it's not an anime movie,
okay.
but it is one of our favorite movies.
Oh, okay.
But to put him
Tell me
below-
now, because
number 52, Shaun from Shaun of the Dead.
I can't argue that the character should be on the list, but you're not a better character than the Godfather. Stop!
Should have said base.
Stop! God, who did this list? A 12-year-old?
Empire Online did it. I just typed
But I
in-
want to know who actually did the list.
I don't know if I want to find out because I feel
I'm
like you're
sorry.
gonna hurt this person. Number 51, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I like it, but again,
You're so mad.
I just.
We may have to take a break and we may have to tackle
You
this list.
said you said 50, so I'm good.
I know, we're almost at 40 minutes too.
Oh shit.
We might have to break this up into 2 episodes.
We'll go a little faster. We'll just,
All right, so there's 2 Star Wars. 51 is Obi-Wan, 50 is Luke Skywalker. I figured he'd be a little bit higher.
Again, I thought they'd be higher, but okay. I'm not going to harp on it. I'm still
So mad about The
So
Godfather.
we got to take a break, or you just want to keep going?
We just power through. Who
Let's
cares?
power through. There you go.
Number 49, Dirty Harry. Harry Callahan.
Great. I mean, just iconic. Clint Eastwood. That's, to me, when you think Clint Eastwood, you think Dirty Harry.
Oh, I totally agree. And
Either that or the man with the
Man with No
name, but I think Dirty Harry more.
Number 48, this is going to be controversial. Lester Burnham from American Beauty. Say what you will about Kevin Spacey, we are
I'm not it has nothing to do with Kevin Spacey. It's the character. The character is fantastic.
Yeah,
the way that character was written, how that character progressed from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie.
I love that movie.
That movie is so good, but it's just not a movie I could like sit down and watch.
Oh no,
on a
you
whim.
gotta
psych yourself up to why. That's something you show someone for the first time, and you're like, this is just one of those movies you got to see.
Yeah,
it's like one of the 1,000 movies you have to see before you die.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely on that list.
Rick Deckard from Blade Runner. Deckard, obviously. Yeah,
I'm kind of shocked that's on the list, but okay.
Blade Runner has a huge following.
It does have
also.
a huge following, so I mean,
Number 46, Captain America.
You know what just hit me?
What?
Han Solo's going to be higher than Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know how I feel about that.
I get it.
Or Princess Leia too.
I get Han Solo being more iconic than Luke
get it.
Skywalker. I mean, it's like it's Harrison Ford.
I know. I'm sorry. What was the
46 was Captain America. Should I just take the comic book ones out?
No. I don't. They're too high. I'm sorry.
Well, this one's better. Tommy DeVito from Goodfellas, played by Joe Pesci, number 45.
All right. I like it.
Got some real gangsters on this. And, of course, the funny how, what's funny about it scene. It's still so good. But
I'm the minority. I think Godfather's still better than Goodfellas. A lot of people love Goodfellas more than
I think they're very different movies.
They are totally different.
But people kind of associate them together.
Yeah, because it's, mafia, mob, all that stuff.
Number 44, Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men.
That movie pissed me off.
Really?
Oh, the ending pissed me off.
Oh, yeah.
The ending just ticked me off. But it's a fantastic movie. And that's, talk about sitting in a movie and watching and going like, this guy's going to win an award for this performance because it was just so terrifying.
Oh, my God.
So good. So good.
Number 43, I don't know how I feel about this one. Amy Dunn from Gone Girl.
Gone Girl. I never saw Gone Girl.
Plays by Rosamund Pike. And I know, I've seen it, and I know how it goes. And she's terrifying in it and fantastic in it, but as far
again, I just don't. That's really Gone Girl. Okay,
Number 42, Lou Bloom from Nightcrawler, played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
I've not seen that movie. I've wanted to. I hear he's fantastic in that movie.
He's
that was so very, very disturbing. Yeah. Very disturbing.
You're like this one, Kaiser Soze from The Usual Suspects.
All right,
number 41.
That movie is so great. I mean, just. It's made by people you just don't want to be associated with. Obviously, it's Kevin Spacey and it's Bryan Singer.
Yeah.
But put that stuff aside, the movie is so good, and that's a movie I can watch more than once.
I always say that the best movies are the ones that you have to watch after a second time.
Yeah.
Like you have to rewatch The Usual Suspects after you
because you miss things.
Yeah.
And then just that ending.
Oh, so good.
I never knew that was what Scary Movie spoofed.
Oh no, neither did I.
For years.
Yeah.
I always thought, because I remember the first time I saw Scream, I'm like, oh, so like Dewey's gonna be the killer because that was the way Scary Movie did it. And I'm like, no, okay, where is that from? Oh, it's from Usual Suspect. Okay, I get it.
Number 40, Ferris Bueller.
Okay,
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah,
that's of the John Hughes movies. I think Ferris Bueller is probably the most well-known character.
Yes,
because the movie's literally got his name in it.
Right.
You could probably say Molly Ringwald's character from 16 Candles. Probably the Judd Nelson character from Breakfast Club more than any of the other characters, in my opinion. I think he steals that movie more. But Ferris Bueller is the face of the John Hughes.
He's the face of a lot of the 80s. He is.
Yeah. Not Matthew Broderick, though, but just that character.
Yeah. You know. Number 39, the driver from Drive, played by Ryan Gosling. I did enjoy that movie. You know that movie got sued, right?
For what?
Some lady claimed it was false advertising because she thought it was going to be more like a Fast and Furious type movie. God. Yeah, went to court for it too. I don't think she won.
God.
Number 38, Yoda. Didn't even think about Yoda.
I didn't even think about Yoda. I'm okay with it, I guess. When you think of the making of Empire Strikes Back, how that movie was literally holding on because of a puppet.
Oh yeah.
If that puppet was Kermit or like Fozzie Bear, just not believable. That movie would have sunk.
Oh yeah.
And it's just so amazing to me how they did that, and how you make a character like that just so believable. I mean, you watch the Muppet movie and you know you're watching puppets.
Yeah.
But you watch Yoda and you're just like, oh, I believe that's real.
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah. Number 37, Walter Sobchak from The Big Lebowski. I know that movie's another one with a huge
cult following. I actually watched that for the first time during the lockdown, and Jeff Bridges and John Goodman are great in the movie. I mean, they're outstanding. I just think the movie's overrated. I don't understand the fascination with the movie. Mm-hmm. The storyline to me just but the characters are great, and then I'm okay with the John Goodman character being that one out. So which means The Big Lebowski is going to be.
Well, this one I'm kind of surprised it's not switched with another one of the characters played by this actor. Number 36, Rocky Balboa.
Okay, I have no problem with that.
Okay, I can get behind that.
That's one of the stories. I mean, just knowing where he was in his life when he had that script in his hands, and the fact that he was able to, no, I'm playing this character, or else you're not getting the script. And they were like, all right, the script is just that good. We're going to take a chance on you. And
which is wild.
Just made a career out of it. I mean, he is still going strong.
Yep. Number 35, Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Ooh, I think that should be higher, but just that's a performance that you had to have the right actor do, and Gregory Peck just made that movie. Won the Academy Award for Best Actor. He is so just unbelievable in that. I mean, you want him to be your father. Like you're watching that, you're like, oh, so good.
Now, you're not going to agree with this one,
of course not.
But I will.
All right.
Number 34, Captain Mal Reynolds from Serenity.
Is that Nathan Fillion?
Yeah. I know you never saw any, but oh my God.
I only watched Serenity like from afar while working at the video store, so I really couldn't give you an opinion on that.
I love the character of Mal. I'm not one of those like super Firefly fans. Firefly fans. Nailed it. I'm not the brown coats as they're called. I am not like in that camp, but I would have loved to see. I actually saw the movie Serenity before I watched any of the show, which a lot of people did. So I really, oh God, that movie had no business being so good, and the show was even better.
Yeah.
Number 33, The Man with No Name by Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
We already mentioned that.
When I was like, because you could go, to me, when you say Clint Eastwood, you could go Dirty Harry, you could go Man with No Name. To me, it's very close to either or. They feel The Man with No Name is a better character. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Number 32, Jules Winfield from Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
That resurged John Travolta's career. It wasn't written for John Travolta. I think it was written for Michael Madsen.
Yeah.
So it would have been interesting to see how Michael Madsen did that character.
We're talking about Jules by Sam Jackson.
Oh, wow.
I was about to say. Oh, God, you suck.
Sorry.
Edit. No. Yeah, I didn't say who played. It's okay. I'm not a big I like Pulp Fiction. I've seen it once.
I'm not a crazy Pulp Fiction fan either.
Yeah, and obviously the scene with the twist.
Oh, the dancing is probably or the Royale with cheese.
Yeah. 31. Dr. Peter Venkman from Ghostbusters. We've said our thoughts about Ghostbusters. We love Ghostbusters.
I'm okay with that. I obviously don't think any of the other characters would be on this list. He is, when you think Ghostbusters, you think Bill Murray.
Or Slimer, in all honesty. I hate
probably.
to say it. Slimer was so popular they renamed the show.
Cartoon. Yeah, the cartoon made Slimer huge. I mean, it's like Beetlejuice. The cartoon made Beetlejuice, a great character. But yeah, no, Bill Murray just absolutely iconic in that role. It would have been interesting if John Belushi was still alive and had done that role. How different that movie would have been. How different that character would have been. But we'll never know. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with where that character is on the list.
Number 30, Gandalf. Yeah. We know that Frodo's coming up.
Obviously, whoever did this list is a Lord of the Rings fan.
Yep. Number 29, Snake Plissken from Escape from New York and Escape from L.A.
I'm okay with him on the list. I'm surprised he's that high. Right. I would think like Dirty Harry or Man with No Name would be higher than him because he's only been in 2 movies. But
still,
honestly,
like
to me, it's one movie because the second movie is basically a freaking remake of the first movie. But
shocking! Why would they ever do that?
Did I ever tell you that story? Like, I saw the second one before I saw the first one, and then when I saw the first one, I'm just like, this is the same freaking movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? So,
number 28, The Terminator. All versions played by Arnold. Agreed.
Again, I don't know if that'd be higher. 28's pretty good.
Yeah, a list of 100.
Now, to me though, the Terminator is different. So to me, the Terminator is... So you're counting the...
It's counting all the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator appearances.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the good, the evil.
The good, the bad, and the ugly?
Yep. Number 27, Forrest Gump. I can get behind that. Yeah, right. That is a career moment for Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's a character that... I mean, you really watch and you're like, I don't know who else would have played that character.
No. But... Nails it. Here's another one. 26, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. I do enjoy that movie.
That movie's so just tough to watch.
Sometimes. It is tough to watch. The Hip to Be Square is still one of my favorite movie scenes of all time.
Jared Leto.
Oh, yeah, Jared Leto. And just the fact that he's like talking about it and he's doing his little dance. He's putting on the raincoat.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. And his performance is fantastic.
His performance is... I mean, the movie is not the greatest, but he is that movie.
Oh, absolutely. Number 25, Ash from the Evil Dead series.
Bruce Campbell.
Huge following with that series.
Yep. I mean, I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. You're just so burnt out by this list.
Oh, this list is just...
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Number 24, Daniel Plainview from There Will Be Blood.
I drink your milkshake.
Yep, that guy.
Okay. There better be more Daniel Day-Lewis on this list. That's the first Daniel Day-Lewis character we've had on this list, and he's been great characters before. So
he only has like a handful of movies.
Doesn't matter. I know.
Wild.
It's so good.
Like, I really do enjoy the.
But that's a good one. We'll see at the end. At the end of this list. I want to definitely point out ones I know are not on it so far.
The Bride from the Kill Bill series. I think The Bride's a very iconic character.
I don't know about iconic, but okay. I mean, it's a good character.
Here's one that is. Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver.
Yes.
Number 22. Absolutely.
That is absolutely deserves to be on the list where it is. I like the placing. Could it be higher? I would not be upset if it was. All good. That to me is Robert De Niro's probably best known role in my opinion. Most iconic role.
Or Angry Bull? What was that? What was that movie?
Raging Bull.
Raging Bull, excuse me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't know where you were going with the Angry Bull. I was like, but obviously the You Talking to Me scene is anytime you see a clips of cinema history, that one is very rarely if that one's not included.
Oh, 10 trillion%. All right, number 21, Hannibal Lecter. Agreed. I'd even put him top 10.
Very much like Travis Bickle, you could even put him a little higher in my opinion. I mean, that's a character that we saw in Manhunter, which was in the mid-'80s. I think it was done by Brian Cox. Mm-hmm. All right, nothing huge, memorable, decent performance. But Anthony Hopkins took it to another level. Yeah. And obviously kept it going with Hannibal and with Red Dragon. I mean, that is I can watch Silence of the Lambs. Like, that's a movie I can watch no matter what. Like, that movie... It's disturbing, don't get me wrong, but they're performed, both him and Jodie Foster.
Nail it.
Oh, so good. I wonder if she's got to be on this list.
Maybe. Number 20, Doc Brown.
Okay, I'm liking it. Yeah. Thank you.
This one it's another comic book one, but I get it a little bit more. Number 19, Loki.
No.
Okay.
Too high.
Okay.
Way too high.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, we're just going to keep moving.
I I don't know enough about the character in terms of like the history of the character movie-wise, comic book-wise, but in terms of movies, I could live with him being like higher, like near the bottom of the list. That is way too high. I'm sorry.
Number 18, Rick Blaine from Casablanca. Here's looking at you, kid.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. That is, you could argue that is Bogart's best role. Mm-hmm. Some people might say Maltese Falcon. No, my dad would say Maltese Falcon. Some people would say, Philip Marlowe. But I think that's his most iconic role is Casablanca.
Now, this one I haven't seen. Number 17, M. Gustave from the Grand Budapest Hotel, played by Ray Fiennes.
I have not seen that. I've heard great things about it. Not great enough that I would think it's one of the top 20 greatest characters in movie history, though.
Yep, and this one you're going to hate. Number 16, Ron Burgundy.
I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. It's too high. I'm sorry.
I love that. I love those movies, though. I won't even.
I have nothing against Will Ferrell. I have nothing against the character. I think that is Anchorman's one of the funniest movies ever. I just think that's too high.
It's weird. We haven't gotten a lot of comedies.
No. Number
15, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
I figured he would be on there.
That's the Viggo Mortensen?
Yeah. Broke his toe in that movie.
I'm
you see
sorry,
it on screen.
But whoever made this list just has a
weird
hard on for Lord of the Rings.
Number 14, Captain Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow is an iconic character.
It's an iconic character. I'm actually kind of happy it's that high.
Yeah,
I would have expected it to be lower, but I'm okay with it. But
number 13, Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr. I would actually, if there's going, like, as much as I'm a Captain America fan when it comes to the MCU, I would say Iron Man should be on this list.
He should be on the list, but again, I just think that's too high. But all right,
at least he didn't beat number 12, Marty McFly.
I'm actually shocked.
They didn't flip it.
I think Doc Brown's more of a greater character than Marty McFly.
I think it's just because Marty's the star.
That's fair.
And he actually goes through a character progression. I mean,
so does Doc.
Not till the very last movie, I don't think.
But that's what I love about Back to the Future 3. It's they basically switch.
It's the Doc stories, yeah.
They switch positions and like. Okay.
All right, here we go. Number 11, Michael Corleone from The Godfather.
All right, I like it. So we're at the top 10 now.
Okay.
I've already sunk this list. I think this list is hot garbage already. But let's see what this top 10 is.
Number 10, the dude from The Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Expected
because Walter was on the list, so I was like, okay, that means the dude is going to be on the list. So, all right.
Number 9, Darth Vader.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Number 8, I actually like this one, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
I'm okay with it.
I am too.
I'm okay with it.
Well, I want to talk about that movie at some point.
Definitely.
But yeah, number 7, John McClane. Really?
Not top 10. I don't know.
The first 4 movies, yes.
I love how you said that.
I had to think about
the first 4 movies. There's 5, but the first 4 were great.
We don't talk about the last one. Number 6, Heath Ledger's The Joker.
Yeah. I actually don't even know if that would hit top 10 for me.
I'd argue.
Top 20. I don't know about top 10.
Right. Number 5, Ellen Ripley.
I apologize. Was it just Heath Ledger's Joker?
It says all of them, but the picture they show is Heath Ledger.
So you have to account for Jack Nicholson and whoever's
and even Leto
and Joaquin.
Yeah, but number 5, Ellen Ripley from the Alien series.
I have no problem with that at all. It's one of the greatest heroines of all time.
Mm-hmm. Sci-fi
back
goddess.
at a time when heroines really weren't big.
Oh yeah,
that's a franchise. They've taken the Alien franchise and absolutely sunk it. They've never rebooted it with someone else playing her. So that is Sigourney Weaver's signature role.
I agree.
Okay that was number 5?
That was number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Batman.
That's Batman.
That means Superman's like number 3, 2, or 1.
I don't know, because number 3, Han Solo.
Okay.
We knew he was going to be there.
We knew he was going to be there. Number 3. Okay.
Ooh, you're going to like number 2. James Bond.
All right. Okay.
I think
I'm trying to think what I could think number 1.
All right, you want to take a guess first? Because I just saw who it is.
Is it comic book?
No.
Okay, so it's not Superman. Superman was not on this list.
Not at all.
That is surprising. Okay. Number one. Is it going to piss me off?
I don't think so. I don't think you're going to agree it's number 1, but you're going to agree that it's deserving of the list.
Is it a movie that's within the last 20 years, or is it like old?
Both.
Okay. So it's like 70s or 80s. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
Right.
I know we're timed here.
Think iconic look.
Iconic look. Oh, what's it going to be? It's going to bug me. I'm trying to think. 70, 80s, 81, 82, 83, 84.
One of the best theme songs of all time.
Oh, why would you say that? That doesn't help me.
Do you want me to sing it?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna get it right away. Indiana Jones.
Oh shoot. Okay.
I can see him as the most iconic. I mean,
Harrison
the look,
Ford is the 1 and 3rd best characters in movie history. Okay.
most iconic.
He is the greatest actor of all time.
He's never done any wrong.
No, you don't be wrong. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's number 1.
Okay.
I don't think
And
it's
that's what I
number one.
thought when I saw
I just
it.
don't see him as the greatest character.
I love Indiana Jones though.
I do. I'm actually apparently this new one got
A standing
ovation. So
we'll see.
I can't wait.
So that's Empire Online's top 100 most iconic movie characters and Sean's biggest
I
headache.
spit on your list.
I spit in your general direction, sir. So really quick, we have Fan Feedback Friday. This one's a short one. This week, what is a movie opinion that you have that no one agrees with? We have The Godfather is overrated. I heard it even insists upon itself. And that was seconded. Pretty Woman sucks. And Grease 2 is better than Grease.
Ha ha!
Ha ha! Foiled again, Grease. But I actually do enjoy Grease 2. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna wrap us up for today.
So nobody go to Empire
Online's
list because it's just trash.
It's just trash. But don't forget, guys, if you want more of our content, you can always find us on our website.
How is the Frankenstein monster not on that list? How is Dracula not on that list? How is Superman not on that list? Even though I'm not a huge fan of the comic book characters being on the list, how is Superman not on the list? Oh no! Let's just love Lord of the Rings. All right, yes. All right. God.
MisfitFaction.com. There you find links to not only this show, but some of our other shows and content. You can also find us on all social media.
I'm triggered. I'm sorry.
So fired up. Oh my God, we might have to do another episode just because he's so mad. But anyway, we're going to have to do a follow-up to this. He's going to have to find a better list.
I don't know if you're going to find a better list. But that's just, oh my God. You got me at the Minions. I'm sorry. That's when I was just like, I'm done.
I still can't believe Buzz wasn't on that list.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
Yeah, we called that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised. I mean, I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So if you type in the Misfit Faction, any social media search, you'll definitely find us. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. So make sure you guys check out more of our content where Sean is less mad. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Paul.
I'm pissed off.
You're Sean.
But I'm Sean.
We'll see you guys next time.
Maybe.